Hello, good people. If it is morning wherever you are across the globe, I am saying good morning. If it is afternoon, good afternoon. And if it happens to be evening time, good evening. Have you heard? I am too sure that so many people out there have not heard. News breaking has it that Apostle Johnson Suleman was attacked yesterday at about 5 p.m. by unknown gunmen. And that attack left over half a dozen persons dead. Before I give you the news in detail in a minute's time, let me take our time to appreciate you out there, my viewers. I sincerely thank you for viewing my videos, watching my videos. I want you to know that without you, there will be no me. Please, I am pleading with you to keep watching my videos. And as you watch, share them to your loved ones, friends, and well wishers. Let the videos go viral. And if you are just new to this channel or you're just coming across it, please I implore you to subscribe. And don't forget to hit the bell button so that anytime I upload a video, you will be in the know. Now, welcome back to the news in full. Information has it that Apostle Suleman, jetted out to Tanzania where he went to do his ecclesiastic function. Then on his way returning yesterday at about 5 p.m. In fact, between Bini and Auchi, in fact, the entourage was about entering Auchi. That was when unknown gunmen struck.
Direct shooting.
Jesus, thank you.
That's a direct shooting. Direct shooting. They just waited for me.
So those of us who don't know Apostle Johnson Suleman, Apostle Johnson Suleman happens to be the founder and general overseer of the church called Omega Fire Ministries, with its headquarters in Auchi, Edo State. Now tell me, what on earth would have warranted an assassination attempt on the life of this clergyman? He is not a politician. He is not dragging any political office position with anybody. Then what would have warranted that attack on his life? That is to show you the level of insecurity in the land, the level of insecurity in this country. Terrorists, bandits everywhere, terrorizing the entire state, terrorizing the citizenry, both the rich and the poor. Nobody seems to be safe. Nobody seems to be an exception this time around. And the government is there watching, not doing sufficiently enough to curb the menace of these hoodlums. Now, a clergyman that traveled to Tanzania in the line of duty, he didn't die in Tanzania. He didn't lose his life on transit, only for him to return to his own country, to his own state. That was when the attack came. And at the end of the day, so many people, not fewer than 7 people, lost their lives in that singular attack. But wait, this is taking me now to another dimension to the entire story. There are insinuations, stories here, because Apostle Suleman is a man of God, because he's full of anointing and this and that. That is why he was not killed, while others, his domestic workers, even the policemen escorts, they lost their life. Let me tell you something. Yes, Apostle Suleman might be a clergyman, but I want to tell you he's not supernatural. I don't want you to misquote me or to get me wrongly. What I'm trying to say is that what actually saved Apostle Suleman and his family was the bulletproof car that they rode in. The bulletproof car that Apostle Suleman and his family were riding in. That was exactly what saved them. And then that brings me to this question or this thought. I don't know when the elites in this country, be they politicians or church overseers, general overseers of churches, because they are the upper class now, swimming in a lot of money, millions and billions and trillions. They are the upper class, they are the elites. I don't know when the elites will begin to regard the life of the so-called commoners. Now, at the end of the day, 3 policemen lost their lives in that attack. Some domestic workers also lost their lives. These people have families. These people have families. The policemen, I am sure, had wives and children. The domestic workers that are female, if they are not married, they are daughters to parents. They are somebody's daughter out there. So what is good for the geese is also good for the gander. You are protecting your life. That is why you decided to ride in a bulletproof car. Why don't you also make that same car available, bulletproof cars available? The resources are there for your escorts and entourage each time you want to travel. That is the dimension I want to take this into. And I don't care how anybody out there is looking at it. I am a Christian myself. But then, what is good for you that loves their life so much, that life is sweet to? You are enjoying life. What is good for you is also good for the other person. That you are privileged doesn't mean that your life is worth more than the other person's life. If you can ride in a bulletproof car, which means you are trying to, give, expect the eventuality can happen. Anything can happen. That is why, for safety reasons, you acquire and drive in a bulletproof car, and then others escorting you will now drive in cars that are not bulletproof. And the resultant effect is what is happening now. There was an attack. Every other person died, but you and your family, because you're riding in a bulletproof car, left unhurt. Please, I am saying this. I am saying this with every amount of heaviness in my heart. It is high time these elites, these people in the upper class, these rich people, it is high time it is high time you began to recognize and value the lives of the so-called commoners. Now you they call them commoners, so God no call them commoners. Now you, the rich man, they refer to your neighbor as a commoner, as a poor person, as somebody who is not in the same class with you. God sees them differently. We are equal before God. Both the rich and the poor, the great and the mighty and the lowly placed person, we are all equal in the eyes of God. So treat your fellow human being with respect. Treat your fellow human being with mutual consideration, with love. Do unto others what you would want or how you want to be done to or treated. These people have just lost their life within the twinkle of an eye, and they have families, they have loved ones. Those people are now bereaved. That is my own. No. I am happy, Apostle Suleman. Yes, I love you. You're a great guy. I love you. I love your family. I am happy that nothing happened to you and your family. I am happy that you left or came out of that attack unhurt. God knows. I am so super happy about that. But what I'm saying is that I'm saying this not only particularly to Apostle Suleman, but to every other general overseer and church owner out there, every other politician, every other rich man out there, every other person that is in the upper class. Without people in the lower class, there will be no you. Let me tell you, your life is meaningful today because there is somebody you feel you can see that you are richer than, you are greater than, that are at your beck and call, you can command, you can use anyhow, at your own disposition. That is what makes your own life meaningful. That's what gives you joy. The resources are there. You could have afforded it, Apostle Suleman, if you want to. You acquire these bulletproof cars, since you know that each time you are traveling, you have people following you, domestic workers, police escort, what have you. You should have provided these bulletproof cars, so that as you drive in one, the other people, guiding you like the escorts, will also drive in another. If it had been so, there wouldn't have been any casualty in this attack. The news would have been that there was an attempted assassination attack on Apostle Suleman's entourage, but everybody came out unhurt. That is how it could have been. The story would have been sweeter and more beautiful like that than to say that 7 persons, lost their lives. And the story also has it that a particular domestic worker is also, up till now, has not been found. Nobody knows whether the assassins abducted that one, or nobody knows the whereabouts of that particular one. So please, let us know that there is God, and whatsoever we do here in mortality, a day of reckoning is coming, and we must surely account for it. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Do unto others the way you want to be done to. Have value for the lives of others as you have value for your own life. But these people are created by God, and these people, came from families. They have families, they have loved ones, they have close associates.
Direct shooting.
Jesus, thank you.
That's a direct shooting.
Viewers, that will be all for now. I implore you, please watch this video,
Direct shooting.
share it.
They just waited for me.